Good day, my friends. I'm out on a bike ride with my beloved on a wonderful summer evening, and I thought I'd just pause for a moment, take a little walk down this bike path, and talk to you about joy. And the reason I'm going to talk about that today is because if you're a person who follows the daily text today from Psalm 68 verse 3 said this: "Let the righteous be joyful. Let them exult before God. Let them be jubilant with joy." And then the New Testament text from Philippians 4 verse 4 says this: "Rejoice in the Lord always. Again I say, rejoice." And in the prayer that accompanied the daily text today, it was kind of a confession in the first line that said to God, sometimes, God, we are resistant to joy. And so I've been thinking about, what does it mean to be resistant to joy? Well, here's some ways that I think that we become resistant to joy. I wrote them down. When we have elevated expectations, or maybe unrealistic expectations, that aren't met, and we're resistant to the joy. Sometimes when the disasters in the world or the situations in the world we kind of dwell on and takes away our joy, or even in the life around us as well. When we can become so focused on our fears that we become resistant to joy. When we compare what we're experiencing to others and we think that somehow they have it so much better, and therefore we are resisting the joy that we're could be experiencing in our own life. When we're overscheduled so much, overburdened, overextended, so we aren't able to enjoy what we're experiencing. And maybe there's a lot of others we could enumerate. But when we are maybe falling in the trap of being resistant to joy, what can we do? Well, there's a expression that has come into human thought patterns in recent years called being mindful, or mindfulness. And it means to be mindful of the moment you're in. Kind of focus on what you're experiencing, both physically, but emotionally, relationally. What is it that you are experiencing in that moment of life? And be mindful of it. Pay attention to it. Don't just rush through it. Well, it's interesting because that's something I've been trying to do for years. I'll just pause in a moment of life and I'll think about what I'm experiencing right in that moment, and kind of try to just enjoy that, whatever it is. Sometimes even difficult experiences I'm having. And so what are some things I'm thinking about that I'm mindful of that bring me joy? Like right now, being on a bike ride on a beautiful summer evening with my beloved on a wonderful bike path. I've been thinking all the ride so far how wonderful this is, and being mindful, because there's going to come a day when I'm not going to be able to ride the bike. So I'm enjoying it now. Corn on the cob is in season now, and there's nothing like a fresh piece of Ohio sweet corn smothered with butter and salt and pepper. And when I'm having one of those, I'm mindful how good it tastes. We were on vacation with our children recently and their spouses and our grandchildren as we sat around the campfire, and we were laughing so much together. I was mindful. What a great moment that was. Yesterday I went golfing with a friend of mine, and even though I didn't hit a lot of good golf shots, just being able to be on a golf course, over a ball, being ready to hit it, a number of times I thought, this is just wonderful. That's being mindful of a moment. So what about you? What's a mindful moment that you could have right now where you could just lean into that? Think about what you're experiencing, both the emotions and the physical things you're experiencing, and just be mindful of that and experience the joy of that. It may be that this is the way, as it says in Psalms, to become jubilant in joy, to rejoice in always, by being mindful of the life and the wonderfulness that we're experiencing in every one moment. Even the minor things, being able to walk up the stairs, or, enjoying a good television show. So let's be mindful of that, and let's be people who are filled with joy. Have a great day, a joyful day today. I'm going to go continue riding my bike.